Oh, so you did it all by yourself?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's the way to go. And you can keep improving on your formatting or how to format your dashboard. And there are various of ways to do it, various of ways depending on how creative you are with coloring and all that. But again, that will depend on you. And as you grow more, as you get your hands on it, you start getting to know how to do all this kind of formatting and all that. Most companies doesn't like it. They don't really go with formatting anyway. They just like it because of some people are colorblind, so they just like to use the normal color and not make it too flashy. Some people get offended with flashy colors and all that. So, but as you learn this, you start getting to know how to do what you want to do or how you want to do it. All right.
Okay.
Good. Good. You know. Yes, sir. Let me share with you something I'm working on now. Not that I just decided to do this and just put it out there. Let me share my screen. Now, this is on the coronavirus. I just built this dashboard and just put it out there to show you the number of cases, the active cases, and every day I update this data set. Okay, I update this data, and then this is very simple to do. Actually, very simple. You know, I choose to use the red color because of danger, death, and all that. So if you fit out down to Nigeria right now, I tell you that this is Nigeria. Number of cases there is just one. And if you hover, it tells you Nigeria have 89 cases and just one death so far. And this can also give you, I tell you the death rate, recovery rates, new case rate, and so on. So all these are just based on simple stuff that I can do.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I will take you all through this, how I did this and where I get my data from. It's actually very simple. Let me see if I can share this screen of where I get my data. I should be able to just share my screen. Share computer, share full screen. Without having to select it. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for the website where I get my data from.
Okay.
Okay, I think is this one right here. Now this is, you see, this is where the data. This is a tracker online on this website. So all I do normally every day, just go there and copy all this data and put them on an Excel sheet which I already had open. Save it, go back to my Tableau and just refresh and republish, and everything just get updated. So these are some of the steps that you do on day-to-day basis. Same step, get your data, clean it up, make sure it's ready for analysis, and then build your analysis, publish it so that the user can use it for their analysis. That's what Tableau is all about. So let's go into today. And now, do you have any questions so far before we continue again?
No, so far, no. I still have to keep, like the more I do it, then I keep finding out maybe what I cannot do or what I have questions on. But yesterday I did this and I did it last night.
Okay, did you go through the assignment I asked you to just do?
Yes, I listened to the first one. I haven't gone to the second one. That's why I said no, I don't have any questions, because the first one is almost like basically what you taught me yesterday. So I'm going to the next. You said if I finish that one, I should go to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do the next one this night.
Okay, all right, good. So let's do some more other stuff now. Now you've known how to create do your design using the worksheets, bring them into the dashboard, publish it, and then publish. Now, there are the main area in Tableau where you're going to be doing, this is a part of the daily job. It's called calculator field and parameter, these two.
Okay.
You're going to be using them every day. Calculator field, if I click it right now, calculator field allows you to create your own dimension and measure using the existing fields that we have here. Okay. So you create your own calculations. For example, let's say, let me bring in my categories here right now. For example, and I say, okay, let me bring in let me put my sales here, put my profit here, and let me just make this like a table format. So now, this is my sales, and this is my profit and sales. And I said, okay, what is our profit ratio? Now, you know that you have to calculate the profit ratio because there's no way I have profit ratio here. So for you to show them what the profit ratio is, you have to create a calculator field. So that is, you have to like create your own measure by calculating what the ratio, the profit ratio is. Now, how do we calculate the profit ratio? Now, there are some general rules out there. The profit ratio might be profit divided by sales. Am I right? Or sales divided by profit? Something like
profit
that.
Profit divided by sales.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Profit divided by sales, right?
Or some sales divided by profit.
Huh?
Some sales by profit.
Sales by profit.
Yeah. It will give you the profit margin.
That's the profit margin. We're talking about what is the ratio of profit to sales? So it has to be profit divided by sales.
Yeah.
So now, for you to calculate that, you have to, there are various ways to get to this create calculator field. And we're going to be doing this a lot, okay? You can go in here and create calculator field, or you can go to your analysis, come down here, create calculator field, or you can just right click anywhere here in the pane here and go to create calculator field. They are the same. Okay, so for me, I just quickly do right click over here and do create calculator field. So now let's say we want to calculate profit ratio. All these are just demo, okay? I might not be accurately right in the calculation, but these are just demo how to use this. When we get into some of the requirements, trying to do different projects, then we start, we pay more attention to accuracy. So let's say right now we want to do profit ratio, and we say it's profit divided by sales. So how do I do the calculation? First of all, I have to give my calculation a title, so I can locate it in my dimension or measure here. And then I can just type in sum of profits. Now, remember, we are aggregating, okay? Because you have to aggregate whatever measure that you want to calculate by putting the sum in there, divided by sum of sales. Now, if I open this little icon here, you will see that there are so many calculations in here, and Tableau help us to understand what those calculations are for. Okay, so if you want to write a calculation and I don't know what they are for, you can just highlight. Now the sum here is a function in Tableau. It's inbuilt. Okay, all you have to do is call it. So what does this sum function do? It returns the sum of all the values in the expression. For example, if you look at this table right now, this table, if I go to, let me see, go to analysis and show the grand total. Now, if you look at the grand total here, this is the aggregation for all of the profits. So if you add profit for furnitures, office, and technology together, this is the total, okay? And this is the same for sales. So what this sum is doing here is trying to take this aggregate at this level of the grand total and divide it by the grand total, which is 2.3 million, divided with 286,000. And that will give us the accurate number at the level of the grand total. And then if you want to populate it along this table, it will give you the accurate population. And you will see what that does now. So if I click OK right now, and I bring in my profit ratio here, let me go to formats. So, okay, I'll leave it right here. Now, you can either leave your profit ratio as a float, which is decimal place, or you can just use it as a percentage, okay? So which means the profit ratio for furnitures is 2.4% or 2.5% approximately. And the profit ratio for this is 17 and 17, okay? So, and at the grand total, the profit ratio overall is 12.4%. So for now, let's forget those ratios, okay? I want you to understand how the calculated feed work, how we do calculations, okay? So if you have to bring in, let's say you want to do something, the company says, okay, our employee rates, we want to get what is the rate of our employee, and they only give you employee data. You know that you have to create a calculation to get the employee rates. So all you have to do is go to your calculation field here, create the calculations that you want to do. Another way of creating calculated field, another reason, first of all, is maybe you want to regroup your data somehow. Maybe your company says, let me bring in some of these products. Where is the product name? Let me bring this one here for now. Now we have so many products here, and your company say, okay, they want to like group some product together and analyze. So they might say, for example, all the products that have the DAX, they want you to bring them out and compare them to the rest of the data, for example. So here also, for you to do that, you have to write a calculated field. You get it? So this calculated field is something that you're going to be doing. Again, it's not scary. Don't let it scare you. All right? You don't let it scare you. It's something that you have to get your hands on. And there are a lot of resources online that will help you do that. Okay? So I'm going to explain to you what's some of these, I'm going to explain to you what's these calculations, what they do and how to use them in this lesson. But before we move ahead, do you have any question on calculation so far? Okay, so apart from you designing dashboard and doing all these, you might have to wrap your head around calculated field. And in that video that I sent to you, you're going to see another calculated field pictures there. Let me quickly show that to you before we. Okay, can you see the screen? The free video training? Now, if you come below here, you're going to see calculations. There are 16 videos, okay? This will help you get into calculations quickly, getting started with calculations, calculation syntax, intro, number calculations, and all that. It's very—
So, sorry, this is the next one I should look at, right?
Yes, okay. Yes. You can ignore this R, this how to integrate R with Tableau, using R with Tableau, you can ignore that. Okay, R is an environment for data science, so you don't You don't need that for it. So ignore these two, okay? Then do the rest. Take out the time and do the rest, okay? And we do a lot of calculations in our class, trying to answer some projects, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's get into calculation properly. Let me open a calculator field here. So if you open the calculation field, towards your right, you will see this little pane here. And if you drop down some of these, let's go to the number first. Now all this function here, function means what you have here, max, log, all those are what's called function because they have been built already. Now, if you try to write a calculation, let me say something like this, and you see that you have F in front of any populated field, F is telling you that those are functions. So there are some calculations or code inbuilt into this function here that you can just call to do whatever you want to do. So if you hear me say functions, these are all the functions that you have in Tableau, okay? All right. So let's start with the number calculation. This absolute here, Tableau give you a very straightforward explanation. It returns the absolute values. Okay, if you hover each and over one of them, it tell you what they do. But the most common one that I want you to focus on for now, and as we go on, I'll show you some of these max and min. We use that a lot, but some of this you might not even really use, so don't bother yourself about it. For example, using this has been X, has been Y, all these are for statisticians and all that. But if you come to strings, we use this a lot, okay? We use this a lot in the string. For example, the one that we use most is, not this place, sorry. Okay, sorry, logic. We use a lot of logic, a lot of dates, and we use a lot of aggregation. Also, these table calculations. So let's start with the date. Date function, you're going to be doing this a lot. Date function. Date add here, it just add a date to whatever you're doing. For example, if I say I want to add, we are in March now, and I say, okay, add 1 month to my date. This function is what I use to add 1 month to what I'm doing. So if I add 1 month, let's say, for example, I do date add. Let me bring in this other date here first. And let me do months. Now I want to say, okay, in the month of December, I want you to add 3 months to December. All I have to do is do this months, add 3 months or 4 months. Let's say 4 months for now. 4 months, and I can just drag this date here and put it here. Let me use the pound function. Let's 2006, put the month that you want to add, and then put the date in there, and then end it with another pound. So what I'm simply saying now is that look at this date of December and add 4 more to it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just showing you this. Now, if you look down here, you can see that it shows that valid, that this calculation is valid.
Okay.
It's because everything, the way what the calculation needs to be valid is there. So it's going to show you valid. But let's say I missed a step. It's going to tell you that something is wrong. So it's going to show you error. Okay, if it's right, it's going to show you, it's going to tell you that this calculation is valid. But if it's wrong, that means it's wrong. Okay. So the date function is, we're going to do a lot of project on that, and how to, like, in the real world, your boss might say, okay, I want this, let me bring in profit for example. I'll just make this a bar chart. Now, your boss might say, okay, I don't want to view all this data. I want to be able to view current months, or last 3 months, or last 6 months. So in that case, you have to create a parameter and create a calculated field that your user can just use to select last 1 month, last 2 months, and last 3 months. Okay, and I have some simple calculations that you can just keep to achieve such requirements. There are various of ways that that other people do it, but I've been able to, like, come up with a very simple calculations that achieve the same result, and we're going to be doing that in the class. So that's one function of calculated field. Another function of calculated field is also, maybe now, just as we have these profits for all of the months, and your boss says, I want to see where sales is above 10,000. So if the sales is above 10,000, I want to see them in red. If they're below 10,000, I want to see them in green, for example. Okay, so all you have, profit. So for you to achieve that using color, you have to create a calculated field. And how do you achieve that? You can just use it, sum of sales. Again, there are no one way of doing this. There are various of ways that you can do it. When you know how to use a calculated field, you are comfortable to do it anyhow you want to do it. So let's just say for now, our aim is to find out in this month, which of the month do we have profit above $10,000. So now all I have to do is to create a calculated field and says, okay, sum of profits equals or greater than, I can say, $10,000. Saying wrong, I put the greater than. So if you are calling this greater than or equals to, this greater than sign have to come first before the equals to. So this calculation that I wrote here, I'm just saying, show me where the sum of profit is greater than or is equals to $10,000. Okay, let's call this sales greater than $10,000. Let's just name it for that, and I click OK. So now I have it here. So if I bring this into color, I can just put it into color to see which of the months is greater than 10,000. Oh, so now I see that all the ones that are true is greater than 10,000. But this one right here, January, the profit was less than 10,000. You see that?
Yeah.
So these are some of the functions of calculated field. Again, you don't have to cram it. It's something that we're going to do over and over, and you're going to get comfortable with it. Okay. Another one might be that it might be in the months. You can do it for the weeks. You might say, okay, which week do we have some also greater than 10,000? Or your boss must say, okay, since we only have 1 month, let's edit these calculations to give us where the sum of sales is greater than 14,000. Okay, maybe they change their mind. They want to see where profit is greater than 16,000. So all you have to do is come back to your calculations, click it, edit, and just change this to 16,000. If you click apply and okay, now we have 3 months where our sales was less than 16,000. You get it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, I want you to demonstrate this. Share your screen.
Mhm. Let me close this one.
Okay, no, did you, no, what you did, you just deleted your,
It's my rough work. I'm going to delete it and do it again.
okay, you want to do it again?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I just wanted to show you first, then now, because I didn't publish it. I just did it, for you to see.
Okay, all right, good. No, but do Control Z first. Do Control
Okay.
Z on your laptop. All right.
Okay.
Now I want you to go to your profit by subcategory.
Okay. You want me to go to the sheet, or
Yes.
you want me to go? Okay.
You can go to the sheet.
Okay.
Now I want you to show me. I want to see in this category, in this subcategory, where profit is greater than 0. Any profit less than 0, I want them in red. Any profit greater than 0, I want them in green.
Okay, I'm trying to do the. Please, I can right click anywhere here.
Yeah, but it has to be on a free space. I can see that your laptop is not very big. You can scroll down or just go
Are
to
you using
the
mouse
drop down.
or the keypad? Are
I'm
you using
using
mouse?
my keypad.
It's better if you have mouse for tablet. It's going to be much more easier for you.
Okay.
You can go to that little drop down upstairs, up there.
Here.
Just click there and go to create calculator field. There are various of ways to get there.
Okay.
First of all, always name your calculation because you don't want to miss your calculation in your dimension and measure and start looking for it. So now we are looking for where profit is greater than 0. And you can name it whatever you want, whatever you feel is right to name it.
So, let's see. That's
Go ahead. You can use your tab to bring it in, or you can click on that function sum directly. You can just use your tab. Okay, now it's populating. And then we want your profit is greater than 0. It's highlighting for you, so just click. No. Go back, delete, and go back a little bit. Now you see it highlighting profit for you, so you cannot click it, so it bring in that profit for you.
Okay.
All right, so
now I'll do the greater.
Greater
Space.
or equals to 0.
Do I need a space there or no space? Okay, equals to 0. Okay.
Doesn't matter. Okay. So now it shows valid, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then click OK. So, like I said, if it's greater than 0, I want it to be green. If it's less than 0, I want it to be red.
Okay.
Okay. So now all the ones less than 0 are in blue.
Yes.
Greater. So now I want it to be in red. So how do you achieve that? You have to change the color. So all you have to change the color, there are 2 ways to get there. You can click on the color itself, where you see that color, or you can just go, you see where it says the false and true on your right, just double click on it. Now you can assign the color that how the requirement specify. So if it's false, false are the one less than
That's
0, right? So you click on the false and click on red. No, click on the false first. Click on it. Okay, and click on red. And then click on the true and click on green.
Okay.
Click apply, I just click OK, it doesn't matter. So now click inside the chart. Now see that you have your requirement here. So how do you greater than red, 0 is now in red. Now there are various of ways to use calculated field, okay? All right, there are various of ways. You're going to keep learning this, but for now, let's just stay with the basic. For now, let's play with the basic. All right. All right. So, any questions so far on this? Okay.
No.
All right. All right.
Until I do it on my own and see.
Okay.
Maybe something
Again,
else.
like I said, just take your time to go through those calculation videos. It's going to make you more relaxed, so that when we start diving into projects, then you are doing well so far. You're catching up very quickly. Okay. So watch those videos, and then you can really get your hands on it. And we have a lot of people that can help, that can really assist you. We are still learning. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Prof.
So,
Prof.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Can you do a kind of an example, like when you said on the data set, if you want to work on like a group of data set that start with DAX, can you write the calculation for us to see, like if you want to work on only data set that start with DAX, when you started explaining in the beginning of the class?
I'll do that. I'm taking her through the basic, okay?
Okay.
I'll do that. And we've done that in our previous class, where we use if include this, call it this, if include that, call it this. There are several functions that you can use to call that, okay? We will do all that. All right. Okay, so let me share my screen. Now, there are various of ways to use this filter that you just calculated. That you just created. For example, let's say I don't want to use it as color. Okay, I want to use it as a filter. I can just go here and do show filter. So right now I have true and false. Let's say I want to see only where our sales is greater than 10,000. I don't want to see where it's less than 10,000 or 40,000. I can just uncheck true. So now I'm seeing, you see that January is gone, February is gone, because all those ones, they have sales less than 14,000 or whatever we specify in our calculations. So I can use this as a filter, or I can use it as a color. Okay. Another way to use it, let's say, let me remove this. Your boss says, I only want to see those that are doing less than 10,000. I want to know why they're not doing up to that. Remove all those ones that are doing well. Show me the ones that are not doing well. You can come to this filter here, go to the little drop down, edit, go in here and just, okay, I want to exclude the true values. I want to keep only the false value. So now if I click on true only and I click apply, you see that I'm only having, let me show my tooltip. So I'm only having those that are less than 14,000 because now I have excluded that. If I want to say, okay, I only want to see only those that are above 14,000, I can come in here and just check this and click apply. Now I'm seeing only those that are above 14,000. So there are various of ways that you can use your calculated field that you created, various of ways, but you just have to understand what the users are looking for. The same way you can use any of this dimension and field here as a filter, the same way you can use your own calculated field as a filter. It doesn't matter. There are no limits. There there are no restriction to how you can use them as a filter. Okay. Then another way to create another calculated field, let's edit this now. Let's say you want to name it your own. Right now, this false and true here is just Tableau defaulted. Okay, but let's say your boss said anyone less than 16,000, let's call it doing bad. Anyone doing above 16,000, we call it doing well. So that means you are trying to create your own name for these two categories. So that is where we get into functions like logical functions. You see what's called logical? This is where you see a lot of if, and, null, and when. Okay, all these are just logical here. And when it comes to logical, think of it like you say, if you want to do something, how will you do it? Okay, so the way you will normally do things to achieve your results, think of it that way and think of you applying these functions the same way. For example, you want to go to this supermarket now, and first of all, you have to stop by your friend's house and pick up some money, and then go to the gas station and fill up your gas, then go to the store and then come back house. So you might want to say, okay, if I go to my friend's place first, I'll pick up the cash, then I'll go to the gas station, fill up my gas, then I'll go to the supermarket and then come back home. So you see, you are using the if I do this, I will do that. If I do this, I will get this. If I do this, I will get this. The same way this logical function works. Okay?
Just like programming languages.
Yes, they are programming language, but they have already built the function for you, but you just have to understand how to logically use them. Okay? Now, let's say your boss said, if we have any sales greater than 16,000, let's call it doing great, for example. And if they are doing below 16,000, let's call them doing bad. So how do you go about same thing? It's the same result that we have here, but they want to like label those categories now. So that's when we use the if function, exactly, the if. Okay, so here you just have to edit this calculation and say if, okay, let me just start with the basic. Let me not try to get advanced here because I'm used to it. If sum of sale is less than, let me use the equals to or less than 16,000. Oops, I put the less than before the equals to again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Less than 16,000, then you see the then function here is coming up as an F. It means the then function is specifying that if this is true, just like we have here true, then call it this name. So we're going to say then, let's call it not doing well. Okay. Now, because we are labeling it in our own terms, we have to quote it. And this quoting here, you can either use the double quote or the single quote. It doesn't matter. Okay. But you have to stay with one convention. If you use, let's say here, I use the double quote here. I use the double quote here, and I use the single quote here. It will not work. So if you are using the double quote, stay with that convention and use the double quote. But if you are using the single quote, stay with the same convention and use the single quote. It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So if this is less than this, call it not doing well. Okay. And for now, we can also say else if the sum of sales and sum of profits is greater than or equals to 16,000, then call it doing well. Now, this end function here is a way of telling Tableau that you are done with your calculations, so you are ending it. So you have to click the end for Tableau to know that you are done with your statement. Okay, if you don't put the end, it will show you invalid. Okay, there are shorter ways to write this calculation, but for now, let's just stay with the basic. And so let's check to see if our calculation is true, because it's going to update this. Let's click apply. Worksheet 4, content that the following, maybe remove. Okay, all right. Let's click OK, and let's bring this. Let's show our filter here. So right now we see that we have this field here, not doing well and not doing well. So if you want to see those that are not doing well, we can, let me format this so I can say, okay, I only want to see not doing well. Oh, so these ones are the ones that are not doing well. So if I want to see the one doing well, I just click here and click OK. Now these are the ones that are doing well. You get it? So it's a way of grouping your number. Now, again, there are various of ways to use this calculation here. This is your calculation field. You can either put it into color, and you're going to see that before it just shows true and false. But right now, it's not telling us what's in there. So if I go in here and select not doing well, so you see that it's telling that all these ones here are the ones that are not doing well. Okay. And I can also say, okay, let me see not doing well only. These are the ones that are not doing well. Or better still, I can just, let me clear my dashboard. I can now use my calculation here as a V's. Okay, I can bring in my sum of profit here. You see, I can now use this, but because we don't have a partition in the field here, it's just going to give us everything as doing well, because our calculation was based on 16,000. But if you look at our scale here, it's almost 200,000. But if we bring in our, what field did we use the first time? Our month, then it's going to give us the accurate calculation that some of these are doing well, some of these are not doing well. Okay, so there are various of ways to use your calculator field. There are no one way. There are no limits. Any questions so far? Okay, all right. Why don't you share your screen? Okay, now can you edit this your calculation instead of using true and false? So I want you to edit it to say, okay, all the ones that are below 0, call it bad. The ones that are above 0, call it good. Now this is going to alter your calculation in the view, but don't worry, okay? Or you can just leave this and create another calculator field for now. Create another calculator field where to all the ones that are below 0, call it bad. The ones that are above 0, call it good.
Now. Okay. Is less than equal to 0, then
good or bad? Good or bad? Is good or bad?
If it's less than 0, call it bad. If it's greater than 0, call it good.
okay, so bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Says it has error.
Yeah, remember that you have to put an end to
Okay,
check
for
Tableau.
it. Okay.
Yeah, but what I normally do, I'll just scroll down, and just put an end. So that will help me check my calculation as I'm writing it. Okay.
Okay.
Else if, okay, because you still want to state another, no, this should move backward.
It should not have any space.
Yeah, you see there's another function called else if there.
Yes, okay.
This is the long way of writing this kind of calculation, but I'll rather you get used to the long way than before I show you the shorter way.
Okay. Profit is greater than equal to 0. Sorry, what's the greater than equal to 14,000 or 16,000?
No, if they are less than 0, bad, greater than 0, good.
Okay, good, okay. Then good. And
So it shows valid now, right?
yes.
Okay, so click OK. Now, you can just show your filter, go to that little, go to the calculator field. If you go to your calculator field, you see that there's an equals to sign in front of the ABC. Wherever you see that equals sign in any of the dimension or measure, it means it's a calculated field. They are not from the data, somebody created it. So that's why you're seeing the equal sign in front of it. Okay. So now, just click on that little drop down and show filter. So now, let's see all the ones that are good.
Hey, Lucky, hold on. Hello, Lucky.
Yeah.
That profit status, the field is showing ABC. Is it not supposed to be asterisk? The field.
It is string, but because it's a non-calculation, Tableau can put it there. It doesn't matter. Matter. You can just drag it and put it in dimension. But I'll show you how to do that. There are some calculations that you will do because they are measure members. Tableau will just put them in measure, but it doesn't really affect your usage because it's showing up as blue and ABC.
Okay.
It's just telling you that these are string calculations based on a measure.
Right.
Okay. So now, let's see only the ones that are good. Okay. How about the bad ones? Check on. Absolutely. So you can see the way calculation work. Now, this number didn't come with your data, but you have to make them yourself so your user can use them. You get it? All right. Again, don't stress
Don't
yourself.
sort it. Don't sort it because they are negative values. So you could leave it like that.
Well, you can sort it. It depends on your user. If they say they want the most one to be to the left, you have to sort it. You know, but you can sort it. You can sort it if that's what your user wants. Again, always bear in mind, it is not what you want. You are not the user of the report. You are developing this so that your organization can use to make decisions. So a lot of time, like for me, I've had instances whereby I feel like what they want is not really reasonable. There's something that in my mind I would say this is nonsensical analysis. It doesn't make no sense. But they're the ones that need it. They know what they are looking for. You give it to them. If they still need to make change, they will still come back to you to make the change. And this process is what put food on your table and give you your fat paycheck. Because it's not about you, it's about them, because they are the user. So even though sometimes you might feel, I'll do it this way, don't argue with the users. Don't ever do that. Do what they want. Give it to them the way they use it. Remember that most of them are just laymen. They are not technical enhanced like you. They don't know what you know in Tableau. So they want their development simple in a way that they can relate with it. You get it? So you have to just put your users in mind. They are your customers. Customers are king. Okay? All right, thanks, John. Let me share and let me show you some more. Who else we have? We have Victor. Okay. Now, still on calculations. All these are just intro, Dion. Okay, these are just intro.
Okay.
All right. So open up your mind and just see what we can do. Now, if I go to this, let me go to the if function, the logical function. Now we're going to use a lot of these. Okay, we just started with if, and if. Now, the same calculation that we wrote here, there are easy way that I could have just do it without going through this second function. I could have, let's say I'm making just two statements like we have here. And I said, if some of this is equals to this, they call it this, okay? Then because I'm only making two statements, I can just call it and say else, give me this. I can just remove all this and say else if, give me this. So which means if it's equals to this, call it this one. If this is true, all the ones that are not true, just call it doing well. Else, it's going to give me the same thing. It won't change it. Yeah, so that the else is a way of shortening your statements. Okay, let's say I want to write, let's say a 3 statement. I want to say if it's less than 16,000, call it this. Then I want to add another function in between. I say else if some profit is equals, let's say, let's just say greater than or equals to 20,000, then call it, for example, average. Okay. Now, and I say else. I say if this is true, call it this. If this is true, call it this. Else, call everything that is come within this category, call them doing well. See? So it's a way of shortening your calculation. All right. But we're going to get into all this again. All right. You can, anyone that is comfortable for you to use it. Okay. Sometimes you might have to like troubleshoot your calculation. Maybe some function here, one is true and on the other side is not true. You just have to know which one to use. Most especially which one you feel comfortable doing it. All right. There is no one way of doing things in Tableau. I can't say that enough. what I did now with just take the calculation, somebody else might come and write a long list of calculation just to get this same answer. We all know our capability differently. Okay. Then let's go to the aggregate calculations. Okay. These are like mathematical calculation. Average is average. Let's say this is our profit now. We have this profit, and I say, okay, I only want to see the average of profits. All I have to do is call the function AVG, which is average, and type in my profit in there. Let me create another calculation. I want to say average profits. So I can just go in here, average, call the AVG function and type in profit in here. So what this is going to do now is give me the average of the profits. So if I click OK and I bring this into my tooltip, for example, so it doesn't change anything in my view, but if I hover over each of these, I can see that my profit is 9,002, but the average profit for that month is $23.72. That's what the average does. Or you can also just change this profit on your column, go to this little drop down here and just change it to your average. So you can see it's giving you the same thing, average. So that's what the aggregation calculation does. They are for mathematical calculations. Then if you go to the collect, I don't really use this. Some of these are for like statisticians, those who are into what do they call these people that do this weather forecast? There are some functions here that are for them that they use to like do some of that correlation analysis. Okay, but the one that you're going to be using most is this average, attributes, count D. These are level of details, exclude, fix, include, max, mean, and sometimes standard deviation. We have a requirement that we did use the standard deviations. Okay, so we will use some of these, but these are just mathematical calculations. For example, let me show you the difference between these counts and count D. It's very important. Some of those, some of us that have been here before, do we know the difference between this count and count D?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dada, can you help us out?
Okay, count D simply means that, for example, if you have a particular numbers that have, for example, now let's say we have Alabama, showing in our data more than 4 times. You want to now make it just 1, so you use count D as a distinction. So instead of counting it like three times, it will count it as once. Or another example is if, for example, we have a customer ID and that customer has buy a particular product, maybe he goes to Amazon and buy that product maybe like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. But you want to know, you just want to differentiate what each customer buy, not necessarily saying that, okay, one customer buy, this is what the customer buy, what have you. So you can use count D to know, just to distinct, you understand, to differentiate the numbers of the time that the customer buy. Whereas count is to be able to count the numbers of a given value, like what we have right now. Is to have it, I mean, just to count the number. For example, if the number is 100, if 30 is 100, if it's there 90 or thereabouts, you'll be able to know the numbers. Whereas the count D, there can be 3 or 4 repeated values. So with that counting, to make you be able to get a distinction out of it.
Okay. Samsi, can you help us out?
Yeah, basically, data is correct. Like in Python, they call it indexing. So it's a function of how many times a product or a variable appears in the data set. So if you don't want to repeat it, so the count will give you the indexing number, but the count D will just give you one representation.
So indexing is different. Indexing is like labeling. Labeling is different from count.
Like in Python, the indexing will give you like how many times that number occur in a data set.
Okay.
That's
So
the count here.
yeah. So, but the other one is you just show the representation. Let's assume it appeared like 5 times. You just don't want to like keep on counting it continuously. So you can just use it as 1. That is the count D.
Okay. All right. The two of you are right. Let me just explain it in a more simple way. Let's say, Dion, you came to work today. Okay. You came to work, and they want to know how many people came to work today. Maybe you and your friends, three of your friends came to work that day. So if they want to count how many people came to work that day, count D is going to count you once for that day because you came to work. So you and your friend came to work 3. So it's going to count you 1, count your friend 2, 3. So 3 people came to work that day. Whereas count might be, you must okay, how many people enter this office and how many times they enter the office. Let's say you came in the morning, you badged in and you went into your office, you came out for lunch and then you went back to your office and you went back to get the coffee and you went in again. We count you how many times you went in and out of the office. It's going to give them the number of times that you went in and out of that office. So let's say you went out and came in 5 times, it's going to count you 5 times. So it's counting the number of records that you have for that day. But count D will only count you 1 because you came to work. So it's not counting how many times you came in and out for that day. You get the difference?
Yes. So you're saying like count is like general count, general counting, while the count D is for specifics.
Yes, it counts you once. It does not repeat any number. Okay. Now I want to use this to do a demo now. Let's do counts of our product name. Okay, I'm just bringing this number of records because Tableau automatically generates number of records. Okay, so right now, if you look at 1.7 cubicle feet compact, we have 6 records of it. So let's count our product name. Let's do the counts. Count. Let's count our product name, and I'll do the product name. Let me call this count and click OK. So if I put this here, let me change it to test. So you see that we have the same number of occurrence. So which means this item occurs 6 times. It has 6 times occurrence within that product. Within this, there are 6 products for this product name and 8 for this product name. So that is the amount of occurrence they have. Maybe the amount of time this product was purchased. Maybe this item was sold 6 times to 6 different customers. This one was sold twice to 2 customers or 1 customer. These are the number of times they were sold. But count D, let's see what count D does and how count D behave. Let's do product name. So let's put this in between. So now you see that count D is only counting this product once. Because now it's only looking at, okay, how many of this product, how many of this unique product do we have is one. So if you scroll all the way down, it's going to count each of them once, because count D only counts you as a unique entity once. It will not count you twice. Okay, now it's like when you, for example, I'm for real life, I'm doing a dashboard for my company right now, and it's for the employee badging. We employee badging every day, badging in and out. So I have to take the number of record of badging. If I want to count how many employee comes to work for that day, I'm going to use the count D to count all of my employees. So even though, let's assume this product name, okay, let me even do this way so you understand. Let me do this employee name. Where's the product name? I'm just, it's just a trick, okay? Let me replace this here and remove this. So now let's assume this is my employees. Okay, I want to count how many times this employee, this 1.7 cubic, how many times did he enter the office in and out in a day? So this person came in and out of that office 6 times. Maybe he went for lunch, he went to make a call, or he, a smoke break, he went to smoke outside. So this is the number of times that he came in and out of our office building. But now I want to know how many employees came to work that day. So I have to count each of them once. I don't care how many times they came in and out for that day. I want to count them once. So let me go to this analysis and do the total, the grand total. If I scroll all the way down now, you see that even though we have 9,994 records for that day, there are 1,800 employees that came to work that day. You see the difference? Because I'm counting each of them one.
Okay.
I'm not repeating how many times they use their badge. I only want one entity for each person, and this is the total. So if my boss asks me how many people came to work, now let me remove this. Oh, first, let me do this. Okay, let me bring in like the date filter. Let me use the month for example, I click OK and apply. And then I want to show filter. So maybe my boss says, I want to know how many people came to work in January. So right now, this is January data. We see that we have 341 people that came to work. So if I remove this employee name now, you can see that I have 341 people that came to work for January. If I check for February, 287, March is 5 something. So I can see how many people came to work in this month and so on. So this is the behavior of count and count D. The reason why I'm stressing this, because this is one of the things you're going to be using in the real life. People use it. They might have a lot of dimensions and they want to count how many unique numbers that are there. So you might think count is going to give you what you need, but count is just looking at the whole number of records, while count D is looking at the unique. And even when you are discussing with your project manager and it's okay, we need a count of all the employee, you have to ask them, are you looking for the unique count of employee or just the number of record an employee have in this data? Okay, you have to ask.
Okay.
They will tell you, okay, we need the unique count. Don't count an employee twice, count them once, and let's see what the aggregate is. Any question?
I need to see it in like, in real life scenario to see how this thing counts very well. The count and the countee. And from what it is, it's okay, but I want to like see a real, like a life, something that I have to solve with it. Then I'll know how it happens.
we have a requirement of that. We're going to go through it again. All right, it's like a project, but for now, let's do a demo. Now let's say, where is our customer's name? This is our customer ID. Okay. And this is our, let's put our customer, let's put the name first. Okay, now, so this is our customer's name and this is their ID. Okay, now your boss says, okay, I want to know how many times these customers have made a purchase so far in our company. Okay, how many unique products have they purchased, or how many, what is the activities of these customers? How often do these customers purchase our products? How often? So you can use the count here. Okay, we use the count. Let's use the count. We say the count products. Okay, so now we want to do the count of record that these customers have for our product. How many times have they purchased our products? So we're going to click OK and just bring this into test. Oh, so these customers so far have made 6 purchases. These customers have made 11 purchases, and so on. Okay, you can see here, you can sort this accordingly to see which from ascending to descending. So William Brown had made more purchases of our products so far. Now, understand the logic. We are looking at customers, and this is their customer ID. So the customer ID and customer name is the same thing. Okay. Whenever I pull up this ID, I'm looking at this customer.
Yeah.
How many times they've made purchase from us? So I just do the count of products like we have in our calculated field here. And you can see that if we count the number of products that these customers have purchased, they've made, William Brown have made 37 purchases of products, and so on, 34. Okay. Now, if I want to say, okay, how many unique products have this customer purchased? This customer might have purchased one item 37 times, or he might have purchased 37 different items or 10 different items. But I want to know how many unique products they have purchased. I also want to see it along with this. So that's where the countee function comes in. I want to know how many unique products they have purchased. So I can just, let's look at this calculation again. You can see that countee of product name. If you look at this count, we are just counting the product name. You can also use the product ID because each product have an ID, just like each individual have an ID. Is the same thing. Okay, so now let's bring this into our test here. Let me make it a table, and let me expand. Okay, so now we see that this customer here, all their products that they've made are all unique. You can see that we are having the same item. So which means this customer made a unique purchase of the same product. If you look at 1414, so it's counting the unique product for this each customer. They make 8. This customer here, for example, Greg Leslie made a purchase our product 8 times, and all the 8 times he purchased 8 different items. So even though they look the same, their they are counting at different level.
So sorry, sir. Where you have Christopher scaled or scaled was that it has 14 and then he has 13 counts.
Where is
So
it?
that means, have you seen it? Yes. You scroll down to see.
Christopher, right?
Yes. I just saw it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
19. No, look at Christopher Coleman.
this one here.
No, choose class.
The one under him, Chalk
Okay,
class.
choose. Okay. Now,
That
okay.
one too has a similar thing, yeah. So
yeah, so which means this person has made a total of 19 transactions, but of that 19 transactions, it has 18 unique products.
So he bought one twice.
Yeah, it might have bought
Absolutely.
one twice or purchased it, but this customer is used to 18 unique products, but 19 times he has patronized us. So you see the behavior of the two.
Yeah, I think again this count and county, you can also use it in to measure performance. There are some organization, maybe for example like warehouses, where individual has their own ID and then they are given each task, maybe to, for example, to pick from the rail or what have you. At the end of the day, maybe they are using scanner and all of that. With the data that you have, you can see who is picking more than the rest of the order. And at the end of the week, you can do maybe the highest, the third, the first, second, third, win a prize or what have you. So with this county or what have you, we can use it to, bring out who and who did first or second or thereabouts within that warehouse, as the case may be.
All right.
Or performance.
Well, we're going to get more into all that. Okay, for now, we just want how to like grasp this around this kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm doing a project right now that which I would like to show us a replica of it in a different way, you know.
And then, Dion, let's assume that you have a friend, both of you live in a house, right? So if you count both of you, it's going to be 2, right? But if you count the number of times that you guys use the bathroom, it's going to be more, right? So under this scenario, the count D will be 2 of you guys.
Yeah.
You'll not be counted twice. So the sum of you are 2. But if you don't want to look at the count, you can't go to the bathroom once a day. You go like maybe 3, 4, depending on your body chemistry, body system, right? So if you go 5 times and your friend goes like 4 times, so that would be count. Do you get it? So this is just like the simplest scenario you can just view it from.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So here you can see that even though some have the same, but if you look down very well, 18 rows have 18, but the county is 17 and other. That's just the behavior of county, the unique and the total records. So just see that way. County count you uniquely. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you want to share your screen and let's do a demo?
Okay.
All right.
But I think you are doing okay. I'm telling you, for the first time and you are doing like this, you are awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go to a new worksheet. Okay, I want to count how many unique customers do we have?
Okay. Okay, now I'm lost. Okay, I've seen it.
I want to count how many unique customers do we have.
That's count D.
Okay.
Yeah. You can choose either one, customer ID or customer name, either one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it in text, or you can put it, use it as a bar chart. So drag down the count D and put it in label where it says T. So we can just see the number. Now it's going to show you one all across because you have all the customers and ID in view. So remove the two customer ID and name now.
I should remove the customer ID and the name.
Yeah, remove it from the view so we see how many customers we have.
Okay.
Remove. You can just drag them off. So now it's telling you that we have 793 customers, unique customers. Now, you can only see this if you bring in your customer ID and name into the view. Then towards on your bottom view by your left, you can see the sum aggregate there. But what if you want to use this count to do some analysis? That's when you have to do a count. So by now, you want to say, okay, how many customers patronize our products? So now bring in your product ID, your product name to the rows.
The product name and product ID?
Anyone, it don't matter. Don't bring the product name for now.
Okay. Oh.
Add all members.
Add all members.
So now we see that 6 customers purchase this Qubit feed, 2 customers purchase this designer, and 7 customers purchase the organizer strip. So it's telling you how many customers have purchased this. So you see that for you to achieve this requirement, you first of all counted your unique customers, and then you now populate them with the product name. So it's giving you the right answer. Or another way to you can use the number of records, but I don't want us to get used to that. That's why I don't teach students to use the number of records. I want you to count so you know what you are counting. You understand? So this is how to one of the way to use your count. Now let's say remove your product name, for example, and say, okay, you want to see how many customers do we have in each of the segments. So bring in your segment into your row. Oh, so now you see that customers have 43 customers, corporate have 236 customers, home office have 148 customers. And now you can also change it to like bar chart or pie chart. Go to show me. Go to show me. And let's change this to like a bar chart. Click on bar chart.
Am I clicking the right thing? I don't. Okay.
It didn't change.
Shall I click on that one?
It didn't change. Okay.
I haven't clicked on it.
Okay. All right. So now, you see that it's showing you that consumer have the most customers, corporate have the next most customer, followed by office. Then you can also show this by your, let's say your requirement is to show how many customers do you have in each region. So you can also remove the segment, for example. Hide your show me.
Okay.
Hide your show me so you can have more space. Now, remove segments. And then bring in your region. And then show your tooltip. I mean, your T. Click on the T on top so you can show it. So now, what is the behavior here?
The central. Okay, so the west has the most, then followed by the east, then the central, then the south.
Well, the number that we have just now, like 7 something, but how come we're having now almost 2,500 customers?
You're still buying the same product now.
No, remember, we are counting customers.
Oh,
okay. So we want to know how many customers we have in each region. But if you remove that region from the view, remove the region to see. Remove the region first. So now we have 793 unique customers. So we are not counting them twice, right? We are counting them once. 793. Now bring in your region into the view now. Bring in your region into the rows. Now you see that some have 600, 6 something. I mean, how is that possible? If you look at your bottom left towards your down of your laptop, your bottom left is showing you is some aggregate of 2,501. So how is that possible? How did it jump from 793 to 2,500? Who can tell me what's going on? AY.
Some of those customers bought some products more than once. You know, like in statistics, they'll tell you mode, that most occurring figures in data set. So it's compiling and aggregating those products that they bought in each of those regions altogether.
Okay, yes. Similarly, yes. Dada, can you help?
Well, I think it's saying almost the same thing anyway. I think this is indicating the number of purchase per.
No, remember the count. Remember the aggregate. We are counting customers. So this is our customers for the region.
Yeah.
So there's no product on the view. No product there, right? It just count of customers for the region. Victor, are you there? Victor, can you help?
I don't know what happened.
Victor, are you there? Okay, this one is happening. It's very simple. It's simply telling you that there are some customers who purchase item in Central that is also purchasing item from the East or South and so. So here we are having duplicate of data. So some customers are in the Central region, they are also in the East. While some are from the West are also in the, it's like Home Depot now, say you order some product online, or you have an account with like Home Depot online. So you order for some item online and your nearest Home Depot doesn't have that product. So another Home Depot from elsewhere that have the product will fulfill that order and ship it to you in the same Home Depot name. So as far as you are concerned, you purchase this item from Home Depot. But normally your account might be domiciled at your nearest Home Depot in your local area, let's say in Atlanta where you live. But because they don't have that item, so they now send your order to the nearest branch to fulfill that order. Now, because each branch keep a track of their customers, so you're not appearing in that database as their customer there. So that's what you're seeing here. So now, if we want to say, okay, we don't want to see each customer in different locations, we want to count that that customer wants, okay, regardless of where they purchase the item, count that customer wants across each of these locations. Who can help us solve that equation?
That's why we write table count. We will use count.
If you use count, you're just going to blow this number up because it's going to tell you the number of activity they do.
What we do is this: we bring in the product.
I think count D.
We bring the count.
This is count D already.
Product. We bring the count D of the product. That no product to be counted twice.
John, can you edit this calculation? Edit the calculation.
We bring the product name to the calculation.
Or the calculated field?
Yes. Open, edit it. Go click on that little drop down and click edit.
Mm-hmm.
We bring the product name to the field.
No. Here is where we use the level of details calculation. Remember?
We will exclude or fix.
Fix. We have to fix it. Okay. Yeah. You have to fix it. Let me quickly show you, share my screen, then we'll come back to you so we can round up with your view. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm doing, let me clear this. So this is our region. And I'm bringing the county of customers. Let me bring this out. I want to know how many customers we have in our region. Customer ID or name, it don't matter, it's the same. So I click OK. So if I bring this county right here, right now, I show it. So we see that we're having different stuff. Unlike if I just bring this county here, I'm seeing that we have 793 customers. So how do I show which customers that we have? I want to fix it. Okay. Now, if I go back and edit these calculations by using edit, I can say fix. A lot of time you have to play around with this to see which one give you the best results. So I'm trying to fix I'll say fix region. Where is the region here? And give me the count D of customer name. So this one here, I know how this is going to behave. It's going to give me the same answer across all of the region, the same answer because I'm
so what's all Oh, sorry.
No, I've muted him. So now this is going to give us the same answer across because we are fixing region. Regardless of the region, we're going to have the same answer. Let's see how this behaves. Click OK. Let me remove this and bring this here. So it's still giving us the same. Okay, let's see if we fix. If I fix let me fix customer and see if that will give us what we're looking for, customer ID, and click OK. See, it still didn't give us anything. So basically what this is telling us that each region have their own customers, and some of these customers are replicating in each of these area. Basically, you can't take them away from that database. From let's say from Central, you can't take them away from East because they have made purchase in all these places. Okay, they've made purchase, so you can't really take them away. It's just going to give you the same result. But if I remove region right now and I bring in, let's say my let me bring in my subcategory. You can see that even this subcategory, this fixing here is we are fixing the name. Let me remove this fixed calculation. I click OK. Now, see, it's giving us the same thing, because a lot of customers are within this subcategory, and they are also making purchase in another subcategory. So uniquely, what Tableau is doing, that in this subcategory here, we have 650 unique customers, even though all of our total customers are 793. So in this kind of case, how do you now show your the users of this report this kind of data behavior? This is where me I like to guess guess key for my own. What I do is I'll call this table here. I'll call this total customer. Total customers. Okay, and I'll call this, for example, customer by, let's say, subcategory. Okay, then I go to my dashboard and bring in this here. This is my total customer, and I'll bring in this one over here. Or let me just float this, and I'll just make this a little bit. Feed view. I'll just move this somewhere here. So now, what am I doing? I'm telling my users that even though we have total customers of 793, but each of these customers are actively making purchases in each of these categories. So of this 793, we have 473 customers here in these accessories, which means of our 793 customers, only 474 of them are making purchases in accessories. The same way apply to in appliance. Out of 793, only 355 are making purchases in appliance. So you've made your users understand the behavior of the data, because these customers are everywhere. The total customers is 793, but in each of the subcategories, this is how they align in each of the categories. You get that? Because there are some data that you can't, if you try to manipulate the data to really and exclude something, you might be presenting the wrong data. So since we have this kind of data problem, the ideal way is show the total count separately by just like what I have, and then show the customers in each, how they apply to each of the categories that you want to show. Again, for you, Dion, this might look confusing. Don't worry. From Monday, we're going to get into requirements, okay? We're going to start to answer requirements in the real life world. But I have it at the back of your mind that you're going to have one of the biggest problems in every organization is data problem. Just like what we have now for the coronavirus. They have the data, but they can't interpret it. They don't know where the corona is coming from. They don't know where it's going. The only data that they have right now is that it's killing people. Some are getting sick, some are recovering, and everywhere is in pandemonium. That is data for you until someone is able to break some code and say, this is the pattern of corona. This is where it's coming from. This is where it's going. Then everybody will now say, oh, okay. So it is your duty, see yourself as someone that will help break the code in the corona data. I help the whole world understand the pattern, the behavior of corona data. You get it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's quickly, you share your screen and let's have you do something in the calculator field before we wrap up. Then for Monday, we're going to be working on requirements, okay? So for clear your board.
Monday or tomorrow?
Now, I want to the county. Let me see what you have in that county calculation. So we use that to create a dashboard. Okay, count of customer names. So, okay, now I want you to show me the unique count of customer name in all of the states. Okay, as I want the state to be in map form. That would be your first dashboard. Show me how many unique customers we have in all of the states, and show the state in form of a map. Just double click on the states.
I wanted to. Okay.
Just double click on it.
Okay.
So you see, it's going to populate. And then you can also double click on the county, and Tableau is smart enough to really give it the best suggestion. So now this is, you see the bubble, the round balls, go to your T and show your T. So now it's telling you how many unique customers we have in each of the states. Okay, all right. Now this is at the level of all of your products or of all of the database. You can see that in California we have 577, 300. It still doesn't spell right. So this should be able to, we want to know where the customers reside. Now we don't have the customer's address in this data. So if you want to know the unique location of the customers of that 793, you have to bring in extra data to like compute that, but we get there. So right now, this is how our customers are making orders. So we have 577 customers making orders or making purchase in California. We have 370 in Texas and so on. So it's showing all this, which is good. Okay, you can also say you want to give this view a more enhancement and just put the state in color. But for now, let's leave it this way. Okay, so name this unique customer by state, or whatever you want to call it, or customer purchase by state, whatever you want to call it for now. Then open another worksheet. We want to see the unique customers by products. How many products? How many customers are patronizing our products? You can do that as a bar chart or as a heat map. It's up to you.
Sorry. You said how many customers are purchasing the product, right?
Yes. You're still going to use the county customers, so just use that. Okay, if you want to show it as a table, it's up to you. If you want to show it as a bar chart, or if you want to use like a heat map, it's up to you, however you want to show this. And then you might want to sort your bar chart in ascending or descending order. Okay, all right. You can hide your show me. And name the sheet.
Okay.
And lastly, open another worksheet. And let's see customers by Should we use region? Okay, let's use region. I want this to be in a tree map. How many customers by region, and then do like a tree map.
Okay, say that again. You said I should look for, I should
the unique customers by region and show it in tree map.
And in the map?
The tree map. Go to show me the first one on the fourth row. 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth row. No,
this one?
The fourth chart.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth one.
No, the first one is table. We have the map and the bar chart. The next one after bar chart. Yeah,
this one? Oh,
map.
okay.
Yes. Now you have to have it at the back of your mind. People love tree map, especially those old school analysts, those people that grew up using calculators, using Casio calculator to do their statistics. They love tree map. It's easier for them to understand. So learn to impress with that. So I want to show you the county of customers by region in a tree map. Bring your county to the view first. It doesn't matter where you put it.
Where, here? Or to the column?
It doesn't matter where you put it now. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So now just go and click on tree map and Tableau will rearrange it for you. So it's showing us that we have more customers in West, East, and so on. So now name this and then put all this together in dashboard.
Okay. Customers by region.
Okay, so here I want Ejiro will walk you through how to put everything on the dashboard. So put everything on the dashboard and just make them interactive. Don't put no filters, just put the view on the dashboard, make them interactive. So we're gonna watch you do it. If you need any help, just call out.
So how do I
just drag it? Everything's flexible. Just drag it. Now, some of those legends.
I advise you to resize your dashboard first so that you have space.
Does it have any specific figure for resizing?
No, it depends on your preference. Your preference, most times the user's preference. For me, I just use the 1200 by 1200 because it gives me more space.
Well, 500 by 500?
1200 by 1200.
Okay. Close this. Okay. So it's too big now.
You have to you are still working on it, right? So keep working, resizing, remove the ones you don't need, and until your dashboard looks good. For that legend, you don't really need it, like the county legend that shows the size of the bulb. We don't need it. Just remove it.
I can't even see that.
Click on and exit. Yeah.
And the one below as well, the county, you don't need it. So now resize your dashboard. Like your resolution is very small. I mean, it's like 40 inches laptop, right? or 13?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's 14.
So you can make your size by, no, go back to your size. It's like you have it on a different, you have it on a range.
range. Change it to fix. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can make it like, just do 1,000 by the width, leave the width, okay, and do the height 1,000 as well. Okay, so that you can resize it until you get to where you want it to be.
You know, since you've confirmed that you have a 14 inches or less than that, maybe you can do 1,200 by 820. Try
Wait,
that.
1,000.
200, 1,200, yeah, by 820. See if, is that better?
Yes. It's not. Let me see how much more I can
Reduce. In terms of
reduce.
height, right?
Yeah, I can
Now
bring
for
this one up a little.
just this one right here, you can just make that one like, what you need to do now is rearrange your worksheet on the dashboard and make them look okay. Okay, that was what I want Ejiro to work it. I know Ejiro is good in formatting and data, so let them work you through this.
Okay, let me let them.
No, you are the one that will be doing it. We'll be telling you what to do.
Hey, you have not told me now. That's why I said I'm letting you. I didn't want to be going faster than you, so I'm waiting for you now.
No, it's okay. First of all, take out their customers by region. Let's see how it looks. Just exit out. Click on it and take it out. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay. Let's go and pick the customer by region again.
Where do I take it to?
Yes, that's it. Take it to the right hand side.
No, see,
no, that's on top.
leave it on, make it vertical to split the product purchased by customer into two, so they be side by side. Remember, it's very flexible. Where you drag it to, it's where it's going to stay. Yeah, right there. No, right there. You can leave it there now. So they all be side by side, and then remove that legend. So right here, all you have to do is format your dashboard.
Is the sizing okay now?
Yeah,
keep
it's
formatting.
okay.
You have to format it until it looks good the way ladies like their stuff beautiful. So make your dashboard look beautiful like you. I mean, just think the way you want to present yourself to people. Present your dashboard that way.
Okay, your sheets. How many sheets do you have? It's always advisable not to put too much sheets on your dashboard so that it is not clustered. I think
just 3 sheets.
Just these 3.
Yes.
That's what we're using to work, just 3.
Okay.
Those ones are the ones I did yesterday by myself, so I'm still going back.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let's let's clean up your dashboard. Right click on in anywhere in the product purchase, but yes, right click there and right click. Format. No, you clicked in the title inside. Go down. Just click go down and click yes.
Inside here. Okay.
Click format.
So remove the lines.
Yes. To take out the grid lines.
Okay.
Okay, that is done. Then you can
even the as-is, you don't need the as-is for bar chart. I don't really need it. So you can remove the as-is if you want. But I'll let you
for
do
this?
that.
Yes.
No.
Down.
Legend.
Just go down. No, the axis, yes. Right click on it. And you can hide it. Where it shows show header uncheck it.
Uncheck, sure.
Yes. Then scroll down. Let me see your chart.
Scroll down. This one or the whole chart itself?
No, this one. Okay, this one it's okay.
So
then you can
edit the header. Product purchased by customer. You remember how we did it yesterday? Double click it, yeah. Control A, centralize, do all those things.
I'm not the one choosing color. What color?
No, choose whatever you want.
The color that you want.
Especially, you can choose your customer's preference anyway. So it doesn't. So do the same for the rest of them, and then create border. I think you can just do the border and then. You can choose any of those ones. It doesn't matter. You can
that has affected you with your dotted border.
Yes, I was wondering. I wanted to say, must I make it dotted? I said, let me just copy.
No. You can choose whatever you want, however you want it.
That's signature.
You can make a solid,
And you don't have to put border on your dashboard actually anyway. It's just
it's just your taste, how you want it.
Just a way of putting a little bit of visual effect on it. You don't have to do it. A lot of people don't do it, But I like my chart to be catchy, just put some little. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, Dion and everyone. I will leave you with this. Do this as one of your assignments. Okay, don't put no filter on it. Make everything interactive by making each of the charts to be a filter, and then hide your worksheet, name your dashboard, and publish it. Okay.
I should publish it.
Yeah, only this one, so you can hide all your worksheets. You should only publish your dashboard. You know how to hide your worksheet, right?
I think so.
By right-clicking on your dashboard and click hide all worksheets.
Dashboard 2. Your dashboard. No. Dashboard 2.
The name.
Currently creating dashboard.
Yeah, suppose just rename it first. Rename dashboard 2. Then.
How do I call it now? Product purchased.
By region.
It's not only by region, no.
Yeah, just call it product purchased and make it simple for now. Just leave it that way. And then with this, you can right-click on that same dashboard and hide all the worksheets. So only the dashboard will be published, okay? You see where I say hide all sheets? So it's gonna hide all these sheets, only the dashboard. Then you can delete all the ones that you were doing yesterday for now and just publish only this dashboard, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then here is what I'm gonna do. Let me quickly share this with us before we go. So keep working on that, Dion, for now, okay? That will be one of your assignments. But what we're gonna work on next week is this my dashboard. This coronavirus dashboard. I want us to work on this, and we are going to recreate this on our own. Now, if you see that this dashboard, whatever changes, like this is the latest data, it keeps updating itself, but I don't have the data. I got the data somewhere, I clean it up, and then I brought it into Tableau, and I created this dashboard, and I put out there. So this is going to be one of our first projects. For those of us who are here, wants to be part of this class, if you want to do this with me, you can do it. But the reason why I want to start with this is a way for us to know, get our data, how to clean our data, then build a requirement, and then publish out there. And then as the data keep changing, you have to know how to update your data source manually. For now, let's stick with the manual stuff. Let's say you have your company give you different files every month. So they want you to keep concatenating with the previous data to update the report. You should be able to do that. It's very simple. For me, to update this report, it takes me like 3 minutes every day, like 3 minutes. So we're going to do this first on Monday. Hopefully by Monday, Tuesday, we should have this ready. But you can also get creative on your own way on how to show this coronavirus data. This is live data. This will be our first project for next week. And everybody should have their own dashboard. We are not going to do like some people that download their worksheet and just publish it again. They know themselves. So
I know them. I know them.
So we're going to do this, and this is actually very simple. Okay, all these are just color coding. Apart from the map, you just color coding. Okay,
Prof.
Yes.
Where do we have access to the database? I mean, to the data set?
For this one, it's online. You can get your data online. For example,
I searched online. I couldn't find it.
Let me show you. Let me show you. This is where I get my data from every day. You see this world meter info. So this data keeps changing every seconds.
Okay, world meter info, right?
Yes.
Wordometer info.
Let me copy it and share it in the chats.
Then one more thing, when you send me to the group, I don't know what maybe coronavirus is up.
Only God knows.
Coronavirus that's been happening to your email since 1894.
Only God, exactly. Go and get a good email, okay? All your email, they keep returning back.
Prof, I think your system is bad, though. Everything is
okay.
See as the number is, they change the per seconds.
So I've sent the link to everybody. So if you want to get ahead with this and start working, go ahead. But the one I created here, it didn't take me 2 hours to do.
Let me see the link.
I'll send the link to us. So, and as the data keep changing, your dashboard should be able to update and just change, automatically. So we're going to work on this next week. And this will be our first project together. And I hope we all have a nice time with this.
Prof, let me ask you something. They always talk about, what do you call it now, plagiarism and all that. Mm-hmm. Do we need to reference where we get the document from?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, but this data here is a word data.
It's a public data.
Yeah, it's a public data, but you can just reference. That's a good point. Like, for example, if you the last project that we did in class, I specifically said that this is not my work. Remember?
Yeah, you said it was for curious.
Exactly. So you have to reference and give them the credit for their job. I think this one thing I have to also do. I have to put on that link that the data was gotten from this place, so I have to give them the credit. Okay, that's a very good point. You see, that's why.
Not seen
that's why.
Huh? The thing has not come to the group chat too.
No, it's on the chat, on the Zoom chat.
I only God know what's happening to AYS. Maybe.
Me, I'm checking WhatsApp now.
Pick it from the chat before they send you out.
Wait 1 second. Is it the group chat?
No, from Zoom.
AYS living in 2001. So let's leave it.
Since 1894.
But I don't see any message though.
I thought it's WhatsApp. Wait.
Zoom.
No, on the chat, on the Zoom chats.
You said Zoom chat.
I can't see anything.
He said Zoom chat like more than 10 times.
Go to your Zoom chat, you will see a little.
It should be highlighted in orange. You see a chat highlighted under the Zoom.
I understand that. I don't have no chat.
You have it. Everybody should have. Okay, all right. I'll send it to us in the email. Let me send it to the email.
Yeah, I got it, baby.
Yeah, beside record, there's a chat.
I got it, baby.
Who is baby? Professor. Hey.
Your own Daniel.
AY and Dada. The two of them only God know whether they are not the room for whiskey.
No, guess what you get? Daniel, so right, and they are recording this thing. Yeah,
okay,
God.
I'm sending it through the email right now. Okay, we should all have it. So if you want to go ahead and get skillful, then let's go ahead. But on Monday, we're going to work on this together. Okay.
Are we meeting tomorrow?
No. This class is Monday to Friday. I only just use Friday and today just to get Dion up to like pace to get used to the environment before we start hitting the requirement next week.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
you.
everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you.
lovely day.
Gracias mucho, papi.
On your own, man. Good night, Dion.
Good night, sir.